They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. All right, guys, let's chat about Illinois. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
And you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
3rd down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Beck. They're working that left side. There he goes. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Let's talk for a second about Illinois. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Sneaks it into the end zone.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ready to fire from the pistol. The give to the back. Fighting off the defender. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Smith wants to throw. The quick out. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Ducks want to move quickly. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Dickey. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. It's incomplete, a fourth down stop, and the turnover on downs.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's fourth and short, fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Starting to feel a little pressure. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
And take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, listen, they aren't as great as corners in covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick pass and catch, good enough for the first down. Didn't need a lot, but they got enough. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10.
First down, Illinois.
Wants to throw. It's Beck. Finds his man. It's Dixon. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Now adjusting. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Took a shot as he threw. It's incomplete, and will change ends of the field now. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over.
Touchdown, Illinois! Fired in from the red zone for him to score.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Smith dropping to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Illinois lining up quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They go to the ground. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Leaves it with the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Fires to the big fella. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
And I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Turning it on. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Yeah, that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Gibson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Illinois right back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Now sliding to his left. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Ducks!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Moving out of the pocket. With the catch, it's Sanders. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A 3rd down try for the offense. They want to throw it. The safe ball on the wide receiver screen. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the 1st down.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these 2 guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Using his legs to buy some time. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
First down, Illinois.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. To start this second half, they're lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Going to the run to start this second half. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
And that one's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Might as well stick with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Smith wants to throw. Complete in the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Ducks have their offense in high gear. From the gun, running back gets to give. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
Man, they just couldn't find the hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the 3-ball gives us a tie.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. The short hands, it's Dixon. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the 1st down. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Beck. Might be looking to run. Makes the grab outside, it's Gibson.
And these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. They're just, you could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Illinois runs the punt unit on. Forget the punt. He's going to throw it. And it's caught. Can he get to the marker?
We'll give the return team credit there because they were able to rally and get a massive stop. Now, the kicking team thought they had the perfect play, and they snap it to the up man. He sees his target downfield, throws the completion. Everything's going right. But the return team able to make a massive tackle. The gamble does not pay off, and that is a critical turnover on downs.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Smith dropping to pass. Rushes on him. Caught over the middle. It's low.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking for a crease, it's Harris. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This should be the last play of the quarter. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Just enough of that one. They have taken the lead here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Memphis is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 25 over the Gophers. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Give to the running back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Pulls it in. It's Dixon. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Handoff from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. Send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. This offense has it with really good field position. Smart move to keep it on the ground. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. With this win, week one, they're going to silence the critics, but make no mistake, he's going to go in that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
Smith wants to throw, and it's incomplete on third down.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. This is the biggest drive of the game, but the offense has to stay cool. No reason to panic. Then again, panicking is never a good idea, is it? Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's got him this time. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Buying some time as he moves left. He's going to sling it into the heart of the field. Wide open, he makes the catch. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Finding an escape route. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Slings it downfield. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating. And you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT? Or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Smith dropping to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pulls it in down the sideline. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going up top. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
Got his man downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. To the ground with the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. They'll give it to the back. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
And as a defense, you're playing so aggressive, just trying to get downhill. And how about the running back? Runs it and gets a little bit to the right. So now they're on the right hash. So maybe the kicker likes it from that area, but this offense doing everything they can to set up for the game-winning field goal.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ball game. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Oregon.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.